Okay guys, welcome to Martin Motorsport, and this very special video we are at the famous Port Pirie Long Track Speedway, which has not been in operation for about 25 years. And Sam has formed up with Braden McGuinness and been sponsored a bike to ride for Brett and Gail Jeffrey from Victoria, and I think they're racing at Bathurst Long Track Masters in about 4 weeks time. So we thought we'd get here and hopefully have a practice and practice some starts with the 2-speed gearboxes and see how they work. But the main thing about this is the track. As I said, it closed down I think in 1999, and Neil Burston and his loyal crew have been working on this track for about 3 years I think, and it's probably a lot longer than that when they were trying to get things sorted out, and it's looking brilliant. Hopefully it'll be opening up with some practice days in the next 6 months or so, and hopefully a race meeting later on in the year. But they've done a brilliant job here. It's a 800 metre track, and they should be flying around here today, probably about 150 kilometres an hour down the straights. It is a bit dry. They've just had the water truck on the track. Track's looking pretty good, but I think she's going to get pretty dusty. But it should be a great day and be fantastic to get the bikes back on the track again. Neil is going to do the first lap, because he's been the one that's the instigator to getting this track up and running again. So he's going to do the first laps around here in 25 years. I'm going to stick the drone up and show you a little bit more about the track, and we'll have a bit of an interview with Neil and a few of the guys, and they can tell you exactly what's been happening. Got Sam over here getting the bike ready. I think he's just adjusting the seat a little bit higher and getting it ready, and we're just waiting for Brett and Braden to rock up. They should be here fairly soon. Okay guys, so our first little interview today is Leon, who is the mayor of Port Pirie. What do you reckon about the track, Leon, and what it's going to bring to Port Pirie?
From our point of view, this is just absolutely fantastic. I remember way back in the mid-90s and all that sort of stuff, when we were actually coming out here watching Speedway, and that's where I got my first love for it. And we used to have a couple of local blokes that are a bit crazy and all that sort of stuff. Chucky and Scotty Koski used to race around here. We'd put bets on them, to see who's going to go and all that sort of stuff. Bit of red eye come out in the boys, and but this has always been a very, very exciting track for us. And I remember just talking to Neil over the prospect of it starting, and there's a lot of jiggling and juggling within council and all that sort of stuff of like, are we, do we, should we? And I said to him only this morning coming out to have a look, I just rode the motorbike around here and just had a look, and I thought to myself, I never thought I'd live to see the day that we have this back here again. I think it's an awesome opportunity for our community, and those are those people that haven't watched Speedway, mate, are they going to get a bit of excitement? Oh, absolutely. Like we often go down to Gilman. It'd be great. No late nights, no more. Come here and watch it.
Yeah. No, well, I saw you when you walked up to Neil and you shook your head and said, Neil, I didn't think this day had come, so you must be just as excited about it as what Neil is.
I am, and I'm very proud of the group that he's got behind him, you know, like for volunteers, what they were doing all the time, and for someone to have passion and drive, like Neil has, but everybody that's actually come in to help him and come from far away to
Victoria even.
Yeah, just to do it, just goes to show that the passion of Speedway is alive and kicking pretty well in Australia.
Okay guys, so here is the main man, Neil Burston, former solo rider back in the 70s and a sidecar rider, and he's been the instigator behind getting this fantastic speedway track up and running again after 25 years. So well done, Neil. And he's just said he's been putting the makeup on, he's all ready to go. So okay Neil, how long ago did you start thinking about getting the track up and running?
First thoughts was probably mid 2000s. Mid 2000s, I'd come out here with the Port Pirie Recorder, the paper, and they did a bit of a story. Took a few pictures of me I had my sidecar at home at that stage, my old Speedway sidecar, and they took some pictures of me and they did a front page story about hopefully Speedway returns to Port Pirie one day. So maybe this is the day.
This is the day. And when was the last meeting that was held at this track?
I believe 1999, Mark.
So what's that, 25
25 years, yeah.
So you're pretty excited to see those first bikes going around today?
Yes, yeah.
And who's going to be doing the first laps?
Me, I'm going to set the track record.
No worries. All right.
For 70, over 70s.
And what about your volunteers and stuff? Where have people been coming from?
Oh God, our crew, so they're just great. We've had them come from Adelaide, the Barossa, Victoria, Broken Hill. They've come all over. There's so much interest in this track Australia-wide. I think a lot of people didn't really realise how much significance it held, even worldwide. I've had people from England contact me looking for history on track records and stuff. They all know about Port Pirie overseas. So hopefully it kicks off and we can keep it going.
And what about people that have been helping you out, Neil, like sponsors and stuff? You must have had a fair bit of help getting the track organised.
A huge amount of help from Port Pirie companies, Minipave, Ian Barkler for doing all the earth moving, Bill Bignell for doing the plumbing, Hills Metal Centre for supplying a whole pile of materials to make gates and fences, and One Steel Whyalla for supplying some conveyor belt. A whole pile of different people around the state supplied conveyor belt. The quarry at Kadina, just outside Kadina, supplied some conveyor belt. Some conveyor belt actually come down from Broken Hill as well. So it's as you can see, it's up and looking good and all painted. Paint Master SA, they painted the fence. Gee, I hope I haven't forgotten anybody. There's probably that many, and I always feel bad when I used to ride, you know. You probably know yourself, you think, oh God, who do I got to thank? You got to thank all these people. And
I never won anything to thank anyone.
Yeah, we couldn't have done it without all the people that have helped us, for sure. Yeah, it's been a real challenge, but we're nearly there.
So what about actual open practices and stuff like that, and when do you think you might have the first meeting?
Open practice, we're going to have a ride park day first where people can come along and have a ride, anybody that wants to, and then we're going to do official practice. We need to liaise with Motorcycling South Australia. They're actually behind us as well. They want to see the place go ahead, so they've been very cooperative as well. So yeah, it won't be too long before we're up and running. I reckon later on this year we can look at a meeting, a proper official meeting. The problem would be finding an open date, but we should be able to work around that hopefully.
Okay guys, pretty good practice there. A few little things we found wrong. Been having a bit of trouble with the back wheel, the long track back wheel. A couple of flat tyres, so we're thinking the bead locks aren't quite working properly, so we'll look into that. Everything else seemed pretty good. A couple of adjustments on the gear changer, so it changed into gears properly. Both Sam and Braden were getting around. We've got Braden over here, and here's the big team boss. Brett and his wife Gail own these bikes, come across from Victoria. So there we are, the main man.
Left the Loctite at home.
So big thanks to Brett and his business Checkway, Weybridges. So I think we sorted out a few things today, and we might, hopefully we get out for another ride on the salt flats at Tailem Bend just to check a couple little things, and but other than that, bloody brilliant day, and the track bloody good. So I think Neil's pretty happy. He's just been over and done a quick run around with his little dragging machine there to smooth her out. Probably could do with about 2 inches of rain on it now. Okay, we'll catch you guys later. Brilliant day.